Okay. Hello all. Good evening. Thank you for joining. Uh, so let us start our session. So today's session was completely discussing on deploying of EC2 in AWS accounts. The previous session we discussed about how to deploy the VPCs, right? How to deploy the VPCs. Now we're going to discuss how to deploy the EC2 using the VPCs. So let me share my screen. I think you guys are able to see my screen, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, super. So if you want to deploy any services, that could be VPC or EC2 or any other S3 or storage or database, anything, right? First of all, we have to log into the AWS console. So that's a mandatory part. So we log into, I'm just logging to the particular, VIP console page. It's navigating to my account. 6. So today's project we're going to discuss is, so we got a request to deploy one EC2 instance from the customer. Okay, so that customer is planning to deploy one application on the top of the EC2 instance. So we have received a request to create a single server to deploy the application. So this is the requirement we got from the customer. So the moment I got the request from the customer to create the server, right? So immediately we have a service in AWS called EC2. EC2. The full form of EC2 is Elastic Cloud Computing. Okay. Under this category, okay, we can create logical servers, logical instances. Now I'm going to show you how to deploy, how to create a new instance as per the user requirement. Okay. So first of all, let me navigate to other region. Maybe I never used Singapore. Okay, I'm going to log into the Singapore region. Okay, I'm searching with the VPC. Okay, so I never deployed any VPC under this region. Let's see. I think there is one default VPC is already available. So let me delete this. I think we cannot delete the default VPCs, but let me try that. Yes, IGW is already mapped, so I'm just deleting this. Instead of Singapore, I will be navigating to Jakarta. Okay, I don't know where is the location. No, cancel. Okay, Oregon. Still in Oregon, I have the VPCs. Fine. I'm navigating to Singapore only. Singapore I already detached the internet gateway, right? So let me delete all these stuff initially. Let me delete the VPC first. Still internet gateway detached. Okay, delete this. Right. So now in this Singapore region, right, I don't have any VPCs. Okay, any subnets, any routing tables. Okay, any internet gateways. So it's completely empty. Now, as per what is my requirement here, guys? My requirement here is to create the new logical instance, new one server. So for that cases, I'm using service called EC2. So just search with the EC2. So automatically we will get some, we'll get the prompt with the EC2 and we have to double click on it. It will be navigated to the Butler dashboard. Okay, so once you navigate to the Butler dashboard, here we can see a lot of features. So these things we're going to discuss more on the tomorrow on the next session. But now I'm going to show you how to create the EC2 instances. Okay, so there are a lot of instance types. Okay, saving plans, result is what is dedicated instance, everything we have the we have the session that will be discussed in the next session. But for now, you have to understand how to deploy new new instance. That's my goal here. Okay, so here in this cases, I'm just clicking on the instance. I don't see any EC2 instance which is there in the Singapore region, right? So what I'll do, my requirement is to create one instance. So what I'll do, just click on launch instance. For now, I'm just choosing any one of the operating system. I'm just choosing Amazon Linux. Okay, I'm just selecting the T2 micro. Okay, with one CPU, one. This is because since it is in free. So I'm using no 1 gig memory, one CPU, one storage. So I'm just configuring the instance details. If you see here during creation of the instance in the network portion, we are able to see no VPC found. Either okay, whether we have to create the new VPC to deploy the instance, or okay, or else we can navigate to the VPC dashboard and we have to create their VPC, new VPC. So now I think you guys got the confirmation about without creating VPC, we cannot deploy the EC2 instance, right? So now just I've deleted all the VPCs. I'm trying to deploy EC2. So see, if you see here, it's throwing an error because we don't have any VPCs under this specific Singapore region. Okay, so now what I will do, I don't want to create from the EC2. This will create a lot of confusions. So what I'll do, I will navigate to the particular VPC. Okay, I'll try to create one logical network first. Okay, click on your VPC. So guys, now tell me what are the steps you have to follow for creation of VPCs as per ST sessions. Just create the VPC and create the subnets. Create the IGW, attach the VPC and add the routes. The routing table. These are the 5 steps is mandatory before we after deploying our VPCs. So now I'm going to create the new VPC. Click on the create new VPC. I'm just selecting DevOps 12 batch. Okay, I'm just selecting pool call 192.168.1.0/24. Okay, and the remaining is default and just creating the VPC. So once I create that VPC, now the next step is, what is the next step, guys? Next, create the subnets. So what is subnet? Subnet is the range of IP addresses, right? So I'm just creating the subnet and associating with the particular VPC and creating the subnet. So this is, I want to expose to internet public subnet. I'm just exposing to public. Available zones, I want to keep one data center. I don't require any high availability. Now I want to take 192.168.1.0/24. The same pool I would like to allocate to the subnet as well. 24. Okay. Now just creating the subnet. Right, we created the VPC, we assigned the IP address, and now we created subnets. Okay, we allocated some range of IP address to the particular public subnet. Okay, so what is the next step, guys? Next step is to create the IGW. Okay, now I'm coming to internet gateway and creating the IGW. This is for internet gateway. Okay, I'm just creating internet gateway. What is the first step? And sorry, create the IGW and attach the VPCs. So I'm just clicking on it. Okay, action come to I'm just coming to actions. I'm attaching it to the particular VPC. If you click on that, it will automatically show you which the VPC which I created recently. That is DevOps install batch. Attaching the internet gateway. Okay, so the fourth step is now we have to come to the routing table and add the routes. So come to the routing table. Okay, and create the routing table. Public routing table. Okay, and selecting the VPC and creating the routing table. So once I create the routing table, and add the routers in the routing table, right? So I'm going back to the routing table. I'm going to click on that. Here we are seeing option called routes. We have to add the routes manually. So for now, as I mentioned, I just want to access all the internet. So I'm just adding the default route and it's pointing to internet gateway. Because if you want to communicate with the public network, definitely we have to use internet gateway at this moment. So I'm just using the internet gateway. Okay, I'm just saving the changes. Okay, and one more thing I forgot here is we need to associate the public subnet in the routing table. Just I'm selecting. So save association. Okay, now we're good with this creation of the. We already deployed the VPCs at this moment. Now I will come and navigate to the EC2. This is my actual requirement from the customer to create the virtual servers. Right now, I'm coming to the EC2. I'm just trying to follow the same steps. Selecting the Amazon EC2 instance because since it is a free, I want to choose T2 microwave free trial eligible. I'm just selecting the hardware. Okay, number of instances which I required is at this moment, as per my request, I want to create only one. If you want to, if the customer required for two, you can create two. If you want, if the customer is required for four, then you have to create four. At this moment, I was just creating the number of instances one. Okay. So if you see here, previously it is thrown error because of due to lack of network. Right now, it automatically was selected with the VPC which we created recently with the DevOps 12 batch. Okay, and the subnet is already associated. Okay, and I'm assigning the public IPS to the particular instance because since this is a public instance, we want to access from the internet, right? So I need to allocate the public IP address. So I'm just enabling the auto assign public IP to the particular EC2 instance. Okay, I'm just saving, nothing else I'm doing. I'm just adding the storage. Since I want 8 gig, I'm fine with that. I'm just adding, this is optional. Now come to here, it's a security group. So this is very, very important and EC2 instance. Security group is nothing but firewall, logical firewall, okay, which will be logical firewall to filter the traffic from outside to inside. Okay, so in this moment, I just want to allow, just creating the new security group, and I want to allow SSH on port number 22 from source from my network. What is my IP? If you search with that, this is my public IP address. Okay, show my IP. If you see here, so this is my public IP address. The same public IP address will be allocated to my particular source. Okay, so if I want to allocate from anywhere, just I want to select anywhere. So automatically default network will be taken and it will be allowed. So in my cases, I want to allow what we can say all TCP. Okay, from anywhere. I'm just reviewing. It's giving some warning. It's indicates because we should not allow the default network to access the particular instance. So we recommend setting security groups rules to allow access only from known IP addresses. Since I know this is a lab environment, just I'm allowing from the entire world. Just anyway, I'm just reviewing and launching the instance. Okay, here I'm before so this is very important, guys. So before we log into the any particular instance, okay, authentication is required before we launch, before we log into particular instance. So the further cases we have to create some public and private keys. So for now, I'm just creating some random name called DevOps batch key and downloading some PK. Okay, I'm just launching the instance. Just navigate into the particular instance. I'm waiting to come the particular instance up and running. So guys, in the meanwhile, just does anyone have any questions or any queries still now so far? So I just during creation of the EC2 instance, I have selected the public IP address, right? If you guys remember that, right? So that is the reason I got the public IP address. If you did not enable the public IP address, you will not get the public IP. Okay, so always you'll be getting only the private address. If you see here, so this is the pool I reserved for VPC, right? 192.1.0/24 is the VLAN private IP address which is reserved for DevOps batch VPC. So below in the particular VLAN itself, one of the IP is allocating to the particular instance. So this is my private IP address. Okay, so let me refresh the page and right, still I think it would require a few more minutes. So we can wait for a few more minutes, and in between that, if you have any questions, so we can ask that questions now. Guys, any questions or?
No, Sandeep, we can proceed.
Okay, no, okay. So guys, please keep in mind. So if the instance I want to access from the internet, that is the reason I have enabled the public IP address. Okay, so in the production environment, please do not enable the public IP. So everything has to be accessed through private IP address. Okay, so that's the thing we have to keep in mind. Right, I think still it's being initializing. Still, let's wait for that case. EC2 user by default, the EC2 user is the username. Okay, and this is a public IP address I can access from the internet. Right, so I'm just trying to connect. Okay, I think yes, I'm able to access the particular EC2 instance. 192.160.176. So this is the IP address which it is assigned to one of my to the newly created EC2 1.176. So this is 1.176, right? Right. So now let me try to ping from my PC to the particular EC2 instance. Okay. So if I have tried to, guys, one question, if I try to ping 192.168.1.176, will this ping, will we get the response from the server or not? Any ideas, any thoughts?
I think no.
That's true. Answer is correct. Excellent. But is there any specific reason why you said the no? Why can't yes?
We didn't route private subnet to public subnet.
Sorry?
We did not route to public private subnet to public subnet, public IP. Sorry. this private subnet, we didn't route to public IP in routing tables.
No, not like that. So even though if you add the, okay, let me add the route in the routing table. Okay, let me navigate to the VPC. Okay, you are saying that in the routing table I did not add any routes, right? This is my public routing table. I'm trying to add the routes. See, already I have added 00 network. So that means all the network which is part, we're adding part of routing table. So this is good. Okay. So the answer is, so please keep in mind, private we cannot access any EC2 instance with the private IP addresses, because private IP address is not routable on the internet. We can access only the public IP address on the internet. Okay, so if only public IP address will be accessible from the internet. No private IPs can be accessible from the internet. So just keep in mind. If you want to expose any application, definitely we have to get one public IP address which is routable on the internet, and then only you'll be able to access the particular application or EC2. In my cases, I just enable the public IP address. The public IP address is reserved by the AWS, and it is provided to my particular EC2 instance. How I can check my public IP address? See, once I click on the instance, if I double click on the instance ID, I can see the public IP address as well as the private IP address, which I already mentioned, right? We cannot access the private IP address from the internet because it is not routable on the internet. Okay, only the public IP address will be accessible from the internet, and it is routable on the internet. So that is, let me check that. Let me try to ping from the okay, let me do with the help of private address. I'm not able to access. I'm not getting any ping responses. Okay, let me cancel this. Let me add the public IP address. 54.251.162.52. Right. So what I'm getting, still I'm getting request timed out. Guys, any ideas why we're not getting a response here?
Yeah, yes. In security group.
Super, excellent. Right. Right. That's true. So that is the reason I created the TCP along with the and I think I allowed only SSH as TCP. I did not allow the ICMP in the security group. So that is the reason I have created only the. So now what I'll do, I'll come to the particular instance. Okay. So this is one of the troubleshooting issues. Maybe you may get a call from the customer that, or new request from the customer that they're not able to access, they're not able to ping from the internet, or they're not able to ping from the office, okay, to the particular instance. So the main reason is, one thing is maybe in the security group the port is not allowed. Okay, so immediately I'll go and navigate to the security group. I click on that particular security group, and I'll come to the actions, and I'll see here whether edit in controls. I'll check here whether the port is already allowed or not. If you see here, all TCP are allowed, but all TCP is there, but I don't see anything which is for ICMP 4. Okay, and this for anywhere, and just adding it now, save rules. Okay, now I'll try to ping this IP address. So guys, if you see here, right, now we are getting the replies from the EC2 instance. Okay, so two things we learned here at this moment. First thing is how to create. Two things we learned on this today's session. First one is how to create server, or that in AWS communication it is EC2, okay, Elastic Cloud Computing. The second thing is security groups. Okay, so it will act as firewalls. What firewall does? What exactly firewall does? Firewall will filter and control the traffic, control the unwanted traffic. So this is the main purpose of using firewalls, right? And the third thing is troubleshooting steps, like connectivity checks. So these are the 3 points we learned on this today's session. So guys, so any questions, any doubts with the 3 steps? Okay, nice. So now what I will do, one more troubleshooting step which I want to highlight, discuss with you is I want to install the HTTP package on the particular EC2 instance. Yum, the command for installing the any package HTTP is yum install, right? I think you learned the last session.
Yeah, yum install it.
All right. Right. So I'm just log into yum install HTTP. The package is being installed. Just clicking yes. Okay. And the package is the Tomcat, the Apache is being installed in the butler. Now what I'll do, I'll take the public IP address. Okay. This is the public IP address. Okay. I'll search in the browser. Now, guys, now tell me that whether this will work or this will not work.
It will not work.
Guys, any other opinions?
Yeah, it will not work because
So by default, Apache work on port number 80, right? So immediately, if someone is saying that they're not able to access, maybe if they are able to access, if they are not able to access, then immediately the first step you have to think is whether you allowed the port in the security group or not. So that is the first thing you have to remember. And let me check this. It's not working because the port 80 is not allowed in the security group. I'll come to the security group. Again, the same portion. I'll come to the security group. Clicking on EC2, double clicking on instance ID. I'm navigating to the where is that security group? Security. Security. So I'm navigating to the security group, which is attached to the particular instance, and I'm editing the inbound role. Okay, I want to check whether the port HTTP is allowed on the particular instance or not. I have allowed only TCP. I did not allow anywhere the HTTP protocol, right? So I'm just enabling the HTTP. Okay. As the end user, how would I know whether the application is working on HTTP or not? Just copy, say this. Okay, enter that, copy this, and I just copied the IP address, but I'm entering in the notepad. Let's see what is the thing I'm getting. I'm getting the HTTP. Right. So this means, so since it is web application, all the web application mostly runs on port number 80. Okay, on port number 443. If it is in encrypted, the traffic will work on port number 443. If it is in clear test, it works on port number 80. So I'm not enabling any encryption. So since it is a lab, I'm just using the port number 80. Okay, so HTTP works on port number 80. Just keep in mind. I'm navigating to the EC2 instance. security group. I'm just adding. Oh, sorry, I already added, right? Just deleting deck and just adding from my IP. Only from my IP. Okay, just saving the rule. Now I'm browsing it. Still it's not refusing. Maybe I don't know. Let's see. Let me change my IP address. Sorry.
In Linux server, that HTTP service is not started still. It is
No, I'm getting
inactive.
refused to connect. This means your service is up and running, but something is rejecting. Okay, 1 second.
Can you check your service and Linux?
Yeah, 1 second. 1 second. Okay. And where is port number 80? Here I'm just want to enable from the across the globe from anywhere IP version 4. Just saving the rules. Okay, I'm just now. Okay, now what I will do, I'll try to access the page. Okay.
In the server side also, code should be in listening state, I believe.
Right. So not one.
Here you need.
What is the command? Yes, what is the command to verify that? Yeah.
HTTP.
See here, the service is in disabled state. Okay. So now I have to start the system CTL. Okay, now what I will do, I'll go back, I'll refresh the page. I'm able to get the page. Right. So this is a ways we have to troubleshoot using the using AWS EC2 instances. Okay, but I think I already covered in the previous session. All the HTTP packages will be installed under where.www.html folder. So if you want to write any content, you can definitely we can make the changes with your own code, with your own content. So this is about we can how to deploy the EC2 instances, right? So guys, any questions here till now?
Yeah, can you explain how to add this own content in this page?
Okay, so I think already I covered this thing in the previous session,
Yeah,
but
last
anyway, let me. So I already mentioned you that all the default, the packages we installed under this where www.html folder. Now I'll navigating to the particular EC2. Okay, I'm going to cd where.html. Okay, I want to check in here. I'm just going to creating one index.html file. Okay, here I'm just writing hello, this is domain expert channel, please subscribe. So this is the content I just uploaded here. Okay, I'm just saving the file. Okay, now come to the sorry. Now come to the web page and search with this. So what we get it? Hello, this is the domain expert channel. Please subscribe. So this is the content I written inside of this Apache server, right? So in this way, we can manipulate the content, or we can create your own website. Okay.
In the last, what you are doing that command for saving right now here.
Right. So VI is a virtual editor. Okay. And index.html HTML is the particular file. Inside of that, if you want to write any content, you have to click on I. I means insert. So once you click on I, okay, then you will able to write some content inside the particular